Control parameters of MRP run. So here we will be discussing MRP control parameters, processing key. What is processing key? We'll discuss. MRP live control parameters also will discuss. MRP list generation and planning. We'll discuss this four. Okay, so first we'll start with the processing keys. So what I will do is I'll just go to ECC system for the time just to show. Okay, so when you are running MRP, let's say let me go to MD02. When we go to MD02, here you see there are some parameters. We will discuss about these parameters. We will be discussing about these parameters. You have two things here. MRP control parameters and you have process control parameters. We'll discuss all these things one by one. So first is the processing key. Okay. First is the processing key. You have three processing keys. Okay, processing key. You define the planning type as regenerative planning or net change planning over the whole period or restricted to planning horizon. So that means here you have three processing keys. This is the one. Regenerative planning means it will plan all the metals again. We discussed the planning file entry initially. So now here there is no planning file entry. When you use this NEUPL, system will plan again all the materials. Whether there is a change or no change, everything it will plan. Okay, that is NEUPL here. NEUPL. This is the NEUPL. NEUPL. If you use this, it will plan all the metals again. Okay, that is a regenerative plan. Next one, I will show you first NETPL, then we will go to NETCH. So NETPL means this one. NETPL means they will define a planning horizon. Okay, planning within the planning horizon. Within the planning horizon. So they define a time period. Let's say 90 days. It will plan only the requirements within that 90 days. Outside 90 days, it will not. It will not. So this is the one. If you see, they define a planning horizon. System will plan all the requirements within that planning horizon. Outside the planning horizon, it will not. Somebody unmuted. Please be unmuted. Okay. So they define a planning horizon. They define a planning horizon. System will plan the requirements within that planning horizon. The requirements which are outside the planning horizon, it will not. This is again to reduce the MRP runtime. Okay. Now let me show you this. This is only in ECC. Now S4 HANA. Okay, I will show you this. So let me take our material. Okay, here what is the material? 16 is system. Just give me 1 minute. Let me take this one. Oh, we have a lot of things. Huh? Okay, let me remove everything. Just give me 1 minute. Let me remove it. Just give me. these will go, that's okay. These production orders we need to close on. What is it? 28, 20, 30. Just 1 minute. Let me clear out everything. What is the production order? 382. 382, 331. 331. If I run MRP, these also will go. Just give me 1. Okay. So now, what is a planning strategy was 20. Okay, let me change the planning strategy. I'll keep it as 10. Yes, done. Okay. So now let us go to MD01, MD04 again. Okay. I'll keep this. I'll enter some requirements. Oh, so many sessions. Okay. I'll enter the requirements. MD61. Okay. 100, 100, 100, 100. Enter the requirement. Okay, done. And refresh the screen. Okay, you got the requirements. Now let me run MRP. I'll run MRP. Now only thing is, while running MRP, here instead of using any TCH, I will use any TPL. Any TPL. I am now using any TPL. Okay. I selected this. I am running MRP. Enter. Enter. Done. I did MRP. Now if you refresh the screen, what do you observe? What do you observe? You see this requirement is planned, this requirement is planned, this requirement is planned, this one planned. Totally how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up to this one is planned. But the requirement of March 2022, requirement of April 2022, requirement of May 2022, these are not planned. The reason is these requirements are falling outside of the planning horizon. There is a planning horizon defined. Now the question is where it is defined. The reason it is defined here. I'll show you that OPPQ. If you go to maintain, here the plant is 1000. If you go there, here you see there is a planning horizon. You see, if you click on that, there is a 100 working days is defined. This is from today. It will calculate from today 100 working days. So it will plan all the requirements within this 100 working days. That's why you see only these are planned. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are planned. Outside of the planning horizon, these are not. That is, we have run MRP with any TP. Any TP. If you run MRP with any TCH, it will plan everything. Net change for total horizon. It will not consider that planning. Okay. So now again same situation. I will run MRP with any TCH. Now I am running with any TCH. Total horizon. See the difference. I did it. Now you see. If I go to MD04, I'm refreshing the screen. Now you see. Now these requirements are also now planned because we are doing any TCH. Okay, Kiran. Suresh, sorry, Suresh. Clear, huh? Suresh?
Hi, Savan. Hi, Savan.
Okay. Yeah, clear, right, Suresh?
Yes, Savan. It's clear, Savan.
So that is it. But now in S4 HANA, they remove this. But S4 HANA, this is not required. They remove this. I'll show you this now. I'll keep this session open. I'll keep this session open. Here you have this planning horizon button, right? This button. But in S4 HANA, you will not have this. So let me show you that. These are all the changes from ECC to S4 HANA. Now let me go to S4 HANA system. Why that is used is just to reduce the runtime of MRP. If you go to OPPQ in this system, see here that button is not there. Do you see that button, planning horizon? You see that button is not there, planning horizon button. You see they removed it. They removed it in S4 HANA. Okay, not required because it's already very fast. But in ECC you have that planning horizon. In ECC you have that planning horizon, but in S4 HANA it is not. They removed it. They removed it. This is S4 HANA system. They removed it. Okay, so that is a processing keys. Regenerative planning, net change for total horizon, and net change for planning horizon. Okay, interviews they will ask this question: what is the difference between NEUPL, NETCH, NETP? They'll ask this question. Okay, now the next key is, what is the next key? Next key is create purchase request. Okay, so this one I will tell you how the difference is. If you go to MD02 again, okay, now processing key is completed. Now we are discussing create purchase requisition. Here you have three options. Here you have three options, 1, 2, 3. So normally what happens is, what we discussed in our initial session, when you run MRP, if the procurement type is E, system will generate planned order. Correct? We discussed this. Then this planned order is converted to production. This is clear. But in case of F, what happens is you have three options. One is, if you put here 1, if you maintain here 1, if you maintain here 1, what happens is system will generate a PR, purchase requisition. Now this is converted to purchase order. Purchase. If you maintain 1, system automatically creates purchase requisition. Now if you maintain 2, I'll come to this. If you maintain 3, even though procurement type is F, still it will generate plan. Okay. Then this planned order is converted to PR, two-step. This planned order is converted to PR, and from there PR to purchase. Two-step. If you maintain 3, here you see 3 planned order. Okay. Now if you maintain 2, what happens is it will generate PR within the opening period. Outside the opening period, it will generate plan. I'll show you where is that opening. That is here. Scheduling margin key. MM03. If you go to the scheduling margin key, MRP2, here you see there is a scheduling margin. In this, you have an opening period. Opening period, number of days. Within this period, it will generate PR. It will generate PR. Outside of the opening period, it will generate planned order. So here you have within opening period, it will generate PR. Outside of opening period, it will generate plan. And this is these scenarios are applicable only for the material having procurement type F. For E, straight away it will generate plan. There is no complexity. There is no complexity in case of in-house production. It will generate planned order, it will convert it to production order. But in case of F, we have these three scenarios. But again, in S4 HANA, they removed this. They thought this is unnecessarily waste of time. So if you go to S4 HANA, I logged out of S4 HANA. In S4 HANA, if you go, I logged out of S4. S4 HANA, sorry, S4 HANA is here. So if you go to S4 HANA in the MD01, if you see that option itself is not there, they removed that indicator. Okay, so in S4 HANA, what happens is simple. In S4 HANA, this is ECC, and in S4 HANA, if the procurement type is E, it will generate a planned order. If the procurement type is F, simple, it will generate a purchase requisition and it is converted to purchase. So that simplification they made it here. So that's why in S4 HANA you don't see that indicator also. You don't see that indicator. And also in S4 HANA you see only regenerative is there. That NETCH, NETP is not there. NETPL is removed. That's right, in S4 HANA. Okay, that is a change. Okay. Now the next one is schedule delivery schedule lines, scheduling agreement, delivery schedule lines. This is purely for MM. This one purely for MM. MM team will take care of it. Whatever the MM consultant says, that you have to maintain that indicator. That indicator you have to maintain. Whether 1, 2, 3 or MM consultant will tell you according to his instruction you have to maintain. Otherwise, just simply keep it. Simply keep it. Okay. Next one is create MRP list. This we will discuss what is this MRP list, why it is used here tomorrow. When we go to analyzing MRP results, that time we'll discuss this one. Which one? This one. Create MRP list. Next, planning mode. This is the we are here. Planning mode. So planning mode means what is? Suppose let me come out of it now. Planning mode, what I will do just to make you understand. I'll delete everything. Let me run MRP once. I did MRP, all will get deleted. Okay, I'll enter the requirement again. MD0, MD61. I'll enter only two requirements. 100, 100. I entered only two requirements. Okay, now if you go to, let us log out from this one. Okay, so if I refresh, you got the two requirements. Okay, I'll run MRP. MD02. I'm running MRP. Okay, now you got the planned orders. You got the planned orders. What are the planned orders numbers? What are the planned orders numbers? First planned order quantity, planned order number is 498. 498. Okay, quantity is 100. And second planned order 499. Quantity is also 100. Okay, now I'll change the requirement. Now I'll change the requirement. I'll change the requirement. This one 200. This one I will make it 250. I change the requirement. I changed the requirement. Okay, now I run MRP. I'm running MRP. This time I will use planning mode 1. I am using the planning mode 1. Adapt planning data. I am using the planning mode 1. I am running MRP. Okay, I did MRP. I'll go to MD04. What do you observe, Suresh? Suresh, what do you observe? Suresh, are you there? Suresh, Indira, what do you observe? Planned order number remains same, correct? Suresh, are you there?
I7, yeah, number is same. 498, 499.
Planned order number is same. Number is same, only the quantity is revised. Quantity now 202 because we used one. We used one. Okay, now let's say same scenario. If you use 2, I'll go back. If I use 2, to re-explode BOM and routing, what happens is system again will explode the BOM and routing. Now, if you use 3, delete and recreate planning data, what happens is even though there is no change, system will delete entire planning data and recreate it. Now you see 3. I'm using 3. Of course, now I have not changed any planning situation. Okay, this is 200, this is 250, and planned orders are 200 to 50. Now I have not changed anything, but if I use 3, all will get deleted. Fresh data it will create 3. I am using 3. Delete and recreate. Delete and recreate. Done. Now if you go to MD04, see, previously planned orders are 498, 498. Now if I refresh, see, planned order numbers are changed, even though there is no change in the planning data. So that means you are deleting the entire data and you are creating the fresh one. But you should not use this in production system. Huh? Don't use this 3. Don't use this 3 in the production system. Okay. And again in S4 HANA, they removed this 2. They removed this 2 in S4. So if I go to S4 HANA system, MRP, there are a lot of changes from ECC to S4 HANA. If you go to MD01N, see, planning mode, if you go, that indicator is there, but if you go to planning mode, you see 1, 3, they removed 2, 2 not required. Every time it will read bomb and routing. Why to again have 2? That's why you see they removed the 2, but in ECC still that 2 is there. 2 is there. In S4 HANA, they removed that 2. That is a planning mode. Okay. Now the next one is scheduling. Scheduling, we have 2 options: basic date scheduling and lead time scheduling. We will discuss what is this basic date scheduling, what is this lead time scheduling when we go to scheduling topic here. That time we'll discuss. Okay, so that's one. If you maintain, if you use 1, what's going to happen? If you use 2, what's going to happen? In which scenario you have to use 1? In which scenario you have to use 2? That time we will discuss in detail. Scheduling indicator. Okay. So with this we are done with the MRP control in parameters. Now we will talk about process control parameters. So in the process control parameters, this one also plan unchanged components. So if you use this, even though there is no change in the planning situation of components, still it will plan the components down level materials. Okay. Next one, display results before they are saved. This already we discussed. Interactive plan. Okay, I will show you again. Interactive plan. This already we discussed. It will give you the planning results online. You have to check and you have to save. Save. Continue. Next material. Save. Continue. Save. Next material. Continue. You can see the results. You can just evaluate and you can continue. But normally in the real time, nobody uses this. Who is going to do all this? It will take a lot of time. So how many? So now you got the. So that is an interactive plan. Now the next one is display material list. Display material list. So this one, what happens is, after you run MRP, it will give you the materials planned along with this material. List of metals. I'll show you this. Let me use 3. Okay. Now I'll select checkbox display material list. Okay. Now I'll run MRP. See, now when you run MRP, here you see there is a button, materials. Normally, if you don't select the checkbox, this will not come. Now you got this button, materials button. If you click on that, you can see. So that means we run MRP for this material, but it has planned all these materials. This material, this material, this material, this. It has run MRP for all these materials. You can see that. So this button will come. This button will come only if you select this checkbox. If you select this checkbox. If you don't select this, then it will not come and show you. I selected 3. See, that button is not there. That button is not there. It is there. Now the next one, the last one is simulation mode. Simulation mode is trial MRP. Trial MRP means MRP will gets executed, but it will not get saved to the database. The results will not get saved to the database. I will show you. See, your log is not getting displayed. It says just planning executed. Now, if you want to save the results to the database, you have to save it. This is like a trial MRP. This is like a trial MRP. Now you have to save it. Then only the log will come. It's like a trial MRP, simulation mode. Okay. So these are the MRP process control parameters and MRP control parameters. We discussed all these things. Okay. And there are some changes, and we discussed this already in the MD01. You see, major changes in ECC, you have three, right? NEUPL, NEUPL, NETCH, and NETPL. This is in ECC. ECC you have three, but in S4 HANA now you have only NEUPL or NETCH. So if you want to do NEUPL, then you have to select this regenerative plan. If you are not selecting this, means by default it is assumed that NETCH, total horizon. Okay, so that is the one change. Okay, now another one is scheduling. Of course, scheduling same. Still scheduling, we have two options. Planning mode, I already explained. This one, they removed two. There you have 1, 2, 3, but here in S4 HANA you have only 1, 3. Okay, that is the one. Material scope, we will discuss this. All materials MRP, we will discuss this later when we go to planning results. That time I will show you. Okay, major changes this planning scope. You have a lot of flexible options here. Here, this is very flexible. You can select whatever you want here. Here, you can enter whatever the plans you want, materials you want, product groups, MRP controllers you want, you can do. That's what. Okay. So that's all. So with this, we are done with the what do you call control parameters of MRP. Okay. Okay.